Hey everybody. Hello. How's everybody doing today? I see Caroline's mic is on. Hey. Hey, hey. I had some really weird dreams last night. I cannot remember, but I remember waking up at like 5 and then at 9. And I was like, I need to finish this dream. Guys, can you come on camera, please? Thank you for our meetings. Maybe not that for right now.
Give me a sec.
Okay, I will not look at this for right now. Thanks, Kyle. What'd you guys do this weekend? Oh, hi. Sorry, you guys, just plugged in. Yo, you guys, for real. Sorry, give me a second real quick. That's why I was like, why is no one responding? It's been, yeah. Yeah. Okay, sorry. We need to get this together. What'd you guys do this weekend? Who wants to go first?
I don't really exactly remember.
Kyle, are you on mute? I can't hear you.
Just give me a moment.
Try.
I worked on some side projects.
Can you guys hear Kyle? Oh. Hold on, now let me see here. Let me see what's going on with my sound. Yeah, I don't know why I can't hear you. Let me try this. All right, try now.
This, am I supposed to say something?
Yeah, you're supposed to test the audio so I can hear you. And I can hear you now. My mic was plugged in. I was recording last night. Okay. All right. Yeah, what'd you guys do this weekend?
I said I worked on some side projects.
Cool.
I think that's pretty much it.
Was this for school?
No, not really.
Emma, Caroline?
I went to a ball.
What?
I went to a ball with my friends.
Aw. Small life. Cute.
I went to work out.
For the whole weekend, you were just working out, Emma, for 48 hours. That's cool. I worked on the website a little bit and recorded I made a demo track. I'm making a demo track for a musician that I met on set 2 weeks ago when I was in New York City for a short film. And I made acorn. I'd never cooked with acorn before. I'd made acorn curry, which was really yummy. I forgot to put the tomatoes, so like my neighbors gave me a bunch of tomatoes that I didn't add in. And I worked on the breakup letters for 2020 that's going on sale with Queer Art until the end of July. So Caroline, I'm going to be sending you that to edit again.
I got it.
Sweet. Okay. All right. Who would like to go first for updates? I can go first. A general, okay, so when you guys are working on stuff, right, please remember to take the video and tag Liberatory Learners on Instagram and then send that footage to Emma so that she can start to compile it for our Monday what we'll be working on video and our Friday recap video, and also in general to have a sense of progress with what we're doing for the week. Okay, I remember I mentioned this before already, like 2 weeks ago, to do that, and I'm gonna definitely try to remember to do that myself as well. As it is really helpful to be able to go back and see what we've been working on, and it shows people what we're actually working on without having to make a whole post about it and like spend time doing social media. It's like when Kyle made that first week, that was excellent. Like something along this, like super quick, like this is what I'm working on today, and this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the week.
I have those. I've been recording them like every other couple days. I have them still in the same drive folder.
Okay. Yeah, Kyle, if you can, like, if everyone, like, tag liberatory learners in the social media so that way I can like share it on the story, and then it's a lot quicker to show people. And Kyle, if you can send it to Emma, that would be great, please.
Yeah.
All right. That was it on my end. Everything else is targeted for each of you guys. So whoever would like to go next, please. I have a meeting at noon, so just to keep that in mind.
Does anyone else have something to say? Because once I start talking, I have a lot of things to go over. I'm gonna be here a while. So if you have something to say it now so you can say at the start.
Okay, I'll go first. I was working with Kyle. Kyle sent me like the blueprint this morning, like his notes. Then I basically just compiled it onto the one that I had last week. I kind of just like reorganized the steps, so that it just like flowed easier. So like it just looks like, oh, like this is what you're gonna start with, like the small, like the steps, and then you work your way towards like the bigger goal at the end. I can share that with you. I'll share it with you right now, actually.
Yeah. Did you all get the documents that I sent you guys over the weekend? The additional documents?
Yeah, I saw it, but I haven't been able to look
Some
at
of
it yet.
them are not accessible because you already put them in the trash.
That's what I figured. God damn it. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that again.
So the ones you didn't put in the trash, we can see. The ones you did put in the trash, we cannot.
Okay. Man, intuition is on point though, for real. It's like, oh my god. We can avoid so much shit in life if we just like listen to our intuition. I knew it. Like as soon as I put this stuff, I was like, man, I wonder if they can like access it. Right, trash. Seriously. It's not a big deal. I can move all of this. Karen, we're gonna have to do network mapping at some point as well again.
Sorry?
We're gonna have to do network mapping for I Fund Women stuff,
Oh,
which means we have to go because Nina was the one that did it the last time. But I can talk to you about that another time. Let's go back.
okay.
How do I keep a trash? Trash date. Oh, it's in titties. Maybe it was in titties. Yeah, share my screen with you guys so you can see what I'm doing. Oh my god, it's so annoying. Kyle, could you see if you can see it now once I restored it, please?
Yeah, let me check. You just restored the pitch deck one?
Yeah, and I'm restoring the blueprint.
All right.
B2B sales, game plan and blueprint.
Yeah, I can see the pitch deck. We got it.
gonna have to restore all of these. This is trash. I believe that's it. All right, you guys should have access to the documents now. Okay, that's taken care of. Excellent. Hey. Right, now I know. Okay. Anything else, Caroline?
Oh yeah, so I looked at the blueprint the simplified blueprint that Kyle made, and I just put everything onto my document. So it's basically just everything merged.
Okay. Where did you should you share the document with?
I just sent it to you. So I think the link will be in the email, but I can send you the link as well.
That's okay. That's okay. I got it. Okay, thank you.
I'll just
Emma, to catch you up from last week, Caroline, Kyle, and myself have been working on this blueprint to show city council members the solution to ending plastic in New York City. I'm going to share the screen so you guys see what I'm talking about. Oh, this is amazing, you guys. Thank you. This is so much more organized. This is amazing. Right, exactly. Okay, so the color codes are a quick solution for roles. So a lot of the time when you go into a store, it's like the cashier doesn't do the job of the cleaner doesn't do the job of the general manager, you know what I'm saying? So the idea is to be able to train everybody so that everybody knows each other's role so we can tap each other out. And each color corresponds to a specific role. And we'll get like t-shirts and wristbands so you guys like everybody knows like what they're doing for that day. This is going to be implemented probably next summer. I'm anticipating this summer as a laying the foundation to city council members and really for ourselves as well to put our hypothetical into a space where we're sharing these ideas to get feedback so we can rework this for the next 6 months, for the next year really, and then be able to put this into action next summer where we will be having the teams and the color t-shirts and we're actually going out to do the stuff. So the meeting with the city council members is the plan. It's like we are not playing like this isn't like something I've definitely been feeling around is like people have in the past have like it feels like people think like this is a joke. It's like, oh yeah, you're like cute for like trying to solve this huge problem, and it's like first of all, fuck you, and then second of all, fuck you again. So that's where I'm at with this. So we're actually moving forward with this and we're going to do it. And it's your generation, because like a lot of people in my generation actually have been jaded already and they don't actually see it as a possibility. So a lot of this presentation is really to show them the possibility of this actually happening. And if people want to shoot shit on this dream, then they can like find a toilet bowl and go do that themselves. Okay, that's where I'm at with that. Good, excellent. Emma, do you have any questions about that?
I didn't see the document. Can you guys like share it with me?
It's on my screen. I shared it on my screen, but also yes, Emma, 100%. I can share that with you.
Oh, it should also be in the chat actually.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. Anything else, Caroline? No, I didn't. Sorry, your face was not showing. Can you move into Emma?
Oh, yeah, sure. So I finished promo video and the video for Plastic Museum, and then I shared the draft with you.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and then I just need like more feedback. Then I can post them to YouTube and Instagram. And also, I remember you said you want me to in charge in like posting video on Instagram too. Do you want me to send them to Kyle and then Kyle post it, or do you want me to have like the password of that?
Yeah, I'll give you the password to the Instagram.
Okay, sure.
I believe I have already, but I didn't get confirmation if it worked because that is connected to my personal Instagram, so I can just like switch back and forth. So just like go ahead and try the password that I sent you.
Okay.
Do you
Oh, I tried it last time and it didn't work for me at least.
What was the password, Caroline, that you tried?
Ray Forever.
Yeah, that one is old. Yeah. That I feel like now it might be. I feel like it's Cosmic. I feel like it's Cosmic Kitty 2020. I want to say 2022, and then exclamation point. Have it here. Emma, could we figure this out in real time, please? Could you try and log in right
Yeah,
now?
sure.
Yeah. I'll type it in. I'll type the. Did it work?
I'm trying to.
Right. In the meantime, Kyle, you can go ahead.
All right. So I looked at what you wanted on the website. I made the background the color you wanted. There's some issues with that, but I can fix those. Generally, there are a few problems. Some of the links you gave me are dead, like the ones from South East Review and for Queer Market, like Queer Art, the marketplace. Like that's just not doesn't exist on their site. There's also some deals with where was I going with this? I think those were the dead links. Basically, on the website, I'm working on it, and I realized it might take a little bit more time than I thought it was going to take. So I just want to inform you of that. Like this might take the week this week and next week, and I just counted. We have 4.5 weeks, so I would say the website is going to be what I'm working on first, and then along with that, also contacting people. The probing strategy I've been using is not really that great. No one has responded back. I think it's because we don't include enough details about when it is, so they just don't really, if there's no deadline, no if there's no, what's the word? Context. There's no word context for when it's going to happen, like the date and the time. Then they don't even check to see if there's room for it because the response would just be, when is it? At least that's what I tell them.
Yeah, I texted you guys over last week.
Yeah, you said you booked May Day space on the 25th. What time is that?
I gave them 12 to 9 p.m. It's not going to be for the whole time, but let's do maybe like a 2 p.m. presentation.
Is this like something that we're doing virtually and in person, or
Yeah.
how does that work?
Yeah, ideally it'll be in person.
Okay.
But for those council members who can't make it in person, then they can join us virtually. But ideally it'll be in person. The reason for that is, it's a human connection. And then also we'll be able to show them the stuff that we've made as well. which would probably require you guys to either, I mean, I can pick up your creations at the Chinese American Planning Council, or you guys can bring your creations, because I know Carolyn's going to have to go back to school on campus. Emma and Kyle, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to be around
Yeah.
for that day in person. The idea of why I'm having it for such a long time is because I also want to build in the workshop, or what I've called it, the woke shop, for other people to join us for that day. I'm going to be reaching out to Collective Focus and some other organizations that I'm in contact with to do a workshop before or after, probably after the council meeting. It's a Thursday afternoon. Yeah, either 2 or 3 p.m. I want to say might be a good time to have that meeting. Yeah, and then I'll bring my projector, or they have a projector at the space, so we'll plug it in, and whoever can't make it in person will we'll blow it up on the screen, and at least we can be there in some capacity together. But yeah, no, but we have a confirmed date. They've given me the 25th of August, so we have a date. Let's do between 2 p.m. came up as a time. That way we have 2 hours to prep, and then we can present for maybe an hour, maybe 45. I don't think it may be that long, maybe like 45 minutes, half an hour even. I don't even think that would be that long. It's more important to have a discussion about the situation after the presentation, because that's really where we're getting the juice and the data. So yeah, let's do it 2 p.m. and then it'll last till 9 p.m. because we're gonna do like an after party as well.
All right. So for me, what I think I'm gonna spend the next 4.5, like, because from now, like, it's exactly a month. We have 30 days. For the like first week and a half, I'm gonna finish up your website. Then from that, we'll spend a couple days working on the bot, finish it up, and get it to somebody to try it out, some sort of community. And then for the rest of the time, you said you had an idea for an app, but I don't know if that's necessarily going to happen within 2 weeks. So I think it would be better spent just going through the list of all the people and just going through and emailing every single one for the last 2 weeks and working on the presentation, like putting all the elements together in terms of the videos, the plastic creations, the the things I've made for you for this over these weeks. And I think that's probably how I would spend my time. How does that sound with you?
Yeah, that sounds good. I want to know why do you feel like the website's going to take so long to implement or to create?
I thought it was going to be easier to edit the theme, and it's more difficult than I thought it was. It's not, I can get it done, but it might take more time than I originally wanted. I wanted it to be done by like today, but it's not going to happen by today. You have a lot of content I need to make posts for, so that is something.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to speak with you as well in terms of organization of the website, like the flow and the categories that will pop up on the main page, and like ultimately what this website is going to be for, right? And so it's a lot. Like, do you have any initial ideas on how you might organize it?
Yeah, that was one of the things I wanted. The theme is a little hard to adjust because it's hundreds of lines of code that's already made. So I've come up with a strategy on how to link all the things together. So I'm thinking the initial just homepage is simple enough. It's just a highlight of what you saw when I showed you the top 3, and the top 3 recent posts or whatever. To utilize like what makes Hugo a great piece of software, we're going to give every piece of information, like every topic, its own post, a blog post, because Hugo automatically organizes them, and then we can link to those without having to rebuild any CSS. Because if I wanted to just make a new page for everything, but that would mean trying to figure out how to take the CSS elements they already have for different sections and put them on a page. I don't want to do that. I'd rather just use the blog HTML because that way, the blog system, because that way you can make headings and subtitles and link information via Markdown. And I know this means nothing, but I'm just saying it's simpler to add posts and edit them in the future versus me making new pages for everything. Because that way, it's basically you're never going to be able to edit it without spending like too much time looking at it. So that there's a compromise, I think, with that, which is how are we going to display all these? I'm not so sure yet. I'm thinking of using a drop down and listing all the main topics. Like you said, what is it? Writing, music, acting, workshops, speaking engagements. You have liberatory learners, you have titties, you have all these different things. Each of them will get a blog post, and that way they can link to other blog posts with all these individual topics. And then from there, you can find all this stuff. There's also an issue with hosting. Who are we going to host the website with? Finding someone to host it for free is not an issue. The issue is when you want to take a commercial, because a lot of them will have clauses. You can only have commercial eye on them if you pay for their more expensive plan. So that is something you're gonna have to consider in the future. For now, I can just have it on whatever. But if you want to set up Shopify, a buy button, putting the buy button is easy. It's just following the terms and conditions of the cloud provider you have, which you have to make an account, payment information, etc.
Kyle, could you look into Bluehost and 2 other ones to see what the best host?
Yeah, I've heard of Bluehost. They're all cheap website hosting, cloud hosting services. Any of them are acceptable.
Okay.
It's just really whatever price you get on them. I remember the first website I used using like their pre-built website maker. I used like Ionos or something like that.
I wonder what's the best one for SEO stuff.
That really, it's kind of doesn't really make a difference. It's the code you write, not the, because you're not using their code, so it's kind of irrelevant which one you use for SEO. It's kind of like doesn't matter. SEO depends on what you're writing, you know, what SEO tools you use for your website. That would also be something I have to configure, and I haven't even looked into doing that yet. But the template I'm using has stuff like that built in.
All right. There's this one called Green Geeks. Have you heard of them?
No, but they say they're green, so I guess they probably plant trees, right, to offset their server hosting.
Yeah, something like that. Also,
Yeah,
Kyle,
but
when you're
yeah,
saying theme, right? What do you mean by the theme?
basically to save time, I didn't write all the CSS myself because that's thousands of lines for what I showed you. You know, if I had to rebuild that from scratch, that would take hours. So I used someone else's base template of CSS, and I'm just editing upon that. And then I'm using Hugo to put my text into that template. But also, because it's thousands of lines, to change anything takes a lot of work, because you change one thing and that messes up other things, because all these things are dependent. And I tried to change the background for the color scheme. I did make it work, but now everything else looks a little off. So all of that needs to be corrected. But that's not really a priority. I spend too much time doing that. So right now, the first thing, I'm just gonna upload all the content and, you know, make them into blog posts and stuff, and then we'll focus on making it look better afterwards.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for making that call. Because if it's gonna cost you a lot of time to reorganize how it looks, then I much rather have the content up than it look a certain way, you know? Okay. Cool. What was it? What else did you say? The URL Kyle, I have it as cosmickitty.space. Is there a way to reignite that URL?
It depends. When I check the listing, because you can check who owns that domain. Domain.com still has a lease on that till 2023. So do you still own it? Like, do you
I do.
still? So if you still have an account with domain.com, you'd open up that account and add a record to point to the IP address of wherever we end up hosting it. I'm thinking Vercel would be fine for this. So we add that.
I'm gonna give you
That would
the
be good.
password to the domain.com, okay? And then you can log in and have access to that. Can't find it right now. Emma, I'm gonna do the chicky bow bow thing, the password thing. Username. Oh, well, that would maybe be my. Maybe this. Hang tight while I figure this out. Caroline, did you start the Miro situation for the presentation? Is that the platform we decided to go with?
I haven't really yet because I haven't finished looking at all 25 pages, I think. But do you want me to just start that for now?
I mean, since you and Kyle will be working on it and myself in some capacity, do you like using Miro? Is that like user friendly for you?
I don't know music, but I can try to make it work. Because I can't really edit your blueprint because it won't let me because it's a free account or something like that. So I have to make my own.
Which one is that, Caroline? Which blueprint? Which blueprint document are you referring to?
That was the like 521, 524, 22 one, I think.
Oh yeah. Oh, the old one, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can edit that, you're saying. Okay. Would you like access to that?
I think even if I get access, I can't edit it. Because it's like a free Miro account.
Got you.
So so yeah, you can only like I think edit like one of them or something.
Okay. All right, Kyle. So I managed to log into the domain. What is my login information? Account settings. The password for this.
When you reset your email, reset the account, it gave you a user.
Wait, one more time, sorry.
When you reset the account, the email that you saw, it had a username to it.
Okay. Gotcha. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's the password that I sent you, Cosmic Kitty 2022.
Yeah.
See if that works. And then. Oh, mother of God. No, I don't need that. I need to log in. All right, Kyle, I feel like you can figure that out, right?
What, for domain.com? Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm trying to sign in right now to make sure.
Okay. Password.
Yeah, I also use domain.com, so this is fine for me.
Okay. Good. Hmm. Maybe it's a different. Let's see here. And I'm finding the password for the. Yeah.
Yeah, I can log in.
Okay. Cool. Emma, which password did you try?
The Cosmic Kitty 2022.
Yeah, that's what I have on file.
Or like I feel like it's okay if I just like send the video to you and then you post it.
Also
Is
can.
that okay for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. All right, you guys. So Kyle's website stuff, Caroline's blueprint stuff, and I'm gonna send you the chat book for Caroline. Please give yourself like an hour maybe of edit time for today. I'm gonna be sending it to the organization today, so I'm gonna have to work on that for the rest of the day today and then get that out. And I'm gonna be presenting this tomorrow at 6 p.m. EST online. And then Emma, I feel like you and I have to connect probably outside of this meeting to like, I have to look at the email again. So I'll send you a text and we can try and find a time to meet. If not today, tomorrow, but ideally today, so we can get as much information.
Okay.
Yeah. But if there's nothing else, you guys.
One more thing I want to add is when you guys like share footage with me, can you guys share with this email? I send it in the chat because like that one I'm using right now is like my school email and it's like so.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Everything else good, you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Wednesday. Please bring a t-shirt and a pair of scissors and we'll make our first tote bag. Okay. All right.